Thank you, Madam Chair. And I want to thank my friend Mr. Wolf for all of your years of outstanding service to this fine institution. I rise in support of the bipartisan Thompson, King, St. Heck, Fitzpatrick amendment to strengthen the national instant criminal background check system. And, Madam Chair, I ask unanimous consent to enter Congresswoman Estes' statement into the record. As the Vice Chair of the Gun Violence Prevention Task Force, the Congresswoman is a strong supporter of increased funding for the NICS program.
The gentleman's request is covered by general leave.
Everyone agrees that we don't want criminals, domestic abusers, or dangerously mentally ill folks getting guns. And the first step in stopping this is through our background check system. But the background check system is only as good as the data you put in it. And right now, all the information isn't getting in. When the information doesn't get into the system, we can't enforce the law, and dangerous people who otherwise wouldn't pass a background check can slip through the cracks and can buy guns. A recent USA Today report found that in just 5 states, records for at least 2.5 million fugitives weren't entered into the NICS. States have fewer than 30 total records in the NICS system. And 12 states have submitted fewer than 100 mental health records to the NICS system. When states fail to submit these records, there is nothing to stop a dangerously mentally ill person from passing a background check and buying a gun. This is exactly what happened at the tragedy at Virginia Tech. My bipartisan amendment will address this dangerous shortfall, provides an additional $19.5 million to help states improve their submissions into the criminal justice background check system. It will bring NICS grant funding to $78 million. Now, many people on both sides of the aisle have already voted to support funding at levels that are much higher. After the Virginia Tech shooting, Congress unanimously enacted legislation that authorizes DOJ to provide up to nearly $190 million per year to help states improve submissions into the NICS system. The NRA supported it too. Matter of fact, Wayne LaPierre said, and I quote, "Our members don't want mental defectives and criminals buying handguns. We supported the background checks and support the money to make it work effectively," end quote. But since the unanimous passage of this NICS improvement legislation, Congress hasn't come close to appropriating these funds. In FY13, Congress appropriated just $18 million. Last year, we started to move in the right direction, increasing funding to almost $59 million. While this was a good bump, it wasn't enough, because also last year, almost $20 million in requests from states went unfunded. Our states need more resources to get all their information into the NICS system. If we give them the resources, we can stop dangerous people from getting guns, and we can save lives. Every day our background check system stops more than 170 felons, some 50 domestic abusers, and nearly 20 fugitives from buying a gun. But millions of dangerous purchasers could be passing background checks when they shouldn't be, all because states don't have the money they need to get records into the criminal background check system. Madam Chair, this is dangerous. We can only stop criminals, domestic abusers, and the dangerously mentally ill from getting guns if their information is in the system. So let's pass this amendment. Let's give our states the resources they need to keep people safe. I yield back.